Welcome back to Disney Infinity 3.0, as we cover the last character of the Star Wars line I have, and I say the best for last is Han Solo. Remember, Han shot first. Now I'm going to talk about everything I can about Han Solo, especially some exclusive lore about Harrison Ford and how he brought this character to life. So, this will be better than some of the other ones because I'm actually going to care about what I talk about this one. And I ain't going to talk about the Padawan Menace, which was the first LEGO special with Han in it. I count it as chronologically in the chronological order. Now always remember that Han shot first. Simple rule. Hashtag Han shot first. And Han's coming back in the new episode 7, which I will play the last trailer. This will be the last.
Han Solo,
Captain
Captain of the Millennium Falcon. Lucky you found me.
3.0 before the exciting next film comes up. So let's begin. Han first appeared in the Padawan Menace chronologically. But that's not really in the Star Wars universe.
I can hardly believe it myself.
So he's the first. He goes by the identity of Ian, and we first see him chronologically really in A New Hope, where he. So yeah, Han shot first, baby. It's always important to remember that Han shot first. Harrison Ford became a main staple of the Star Wars universe and became one of the fans' favorites. He especially became one of my fan favorites really early in the series. And with Chewie. Oh. So the first one he's introduced in, if you believe this, in the expanded special editions, he had a bet with he owed some money to the Fets, the most dangerous crime family on Tatooine. And he also had a hairy companion Chewie, which is unknown as how they met, which probably will be explained in Star Wars anthology film. It's the Han Solo origin film. Which Harrison Ford will not be appearing. Harrison Ford. Han Solo is more of a ranged character in this game, so if you're going for a more ranged character approach, I would definitely play as Han. Anyway, we continue the Star Wars mythos. He helps him escape Tatooine. And doesn't want to rescue the princess from hell. He realizes they get rewarded for it. And he's a smuggler, so he has to rephase as a Jawas. Makes sense. Like that. Or else they'll send Wolf after you. So then he helps rescue the princess and this sewers, and they help get out of the way.
Okay, here we go.
And he helps escape on the ship, and then he decides to go solo and invites Luke along. Apparently he's the average size for a stormtrooper, so that's pretty cool. He's our average size for a stormtrooper. He's not too small, not too big, about average size for a stormtrooper. Now, Star Wars Christmas special came after this, where he wasn't very much except for bringing Chewie back home to Kashyyyk to celebrate Louis Life Day. Maybe that's when he realized, hey, I'm not impressed with this character, I'll kill him all. He also assists Luke by shooting the wrong TIE fighter. What is that? What is that? And then my favorite prequel movie, which is now a prequel, is Empire Strikes Back, which is one of the best Star Wars movies, where we actually got to see him have a romantic Leia, and it was very interesting to see the two characters contrast off of each other. It was just, beautiful. Just plain beautiful. If you could only watch one scene, that would be it. That was the only thing you need to watch from it, is the way they interact. Especially when he cut the tauntaun open and said one of the most memorable lines was, you know, I thought they smelled bad on the outside. Now, personally, I hope there's going to be someone who has a Tauntaun
Trouble.
on this day of Star Wars, so
Oh, how about you get out of here?
exciting. I personally didn't see Star Wars opening night, and I can brag, and people are gonna be like, "Oh, this is Star Wars." I'm not. My gayest cover is even some. And then he gets frozen in carbonite. He goes to his Cal Calrissian where he won the Falcon from, and he tells them constantly not to scratch it because they're trying to fix the hyperdrive part. Makes sense. You know, the hyperdrive parts are discussing.
Better you than me.
Then what's the next best thing to do? The Star Wars mythos, or and they use frozen carbonite because he wanted his character to die.
Don't think of trying that again.
Believe it or not, Harrison Ford was not impressed with the character's development and even consoled George Lucas on Solo. Apparently, the character had become for little fans like me. I wouldn't have liked Harrison Ford after appearing more Star Wars films. That would just be so sad. Considering he was almost typecast in that role, that's the only role he's been in. Apparently he was in Regarding Henry.
One more time.
And then he's brought back from the Carbonite in episode 6. And then we get like a whole solo thing like, you tell Luke but not me? Apparently he thinks that Leia loves Luke. But she doesn't. And then she's like, I know. And I believe it was one of the best ships I've ever seen. It would work really well character. It's almost as good as Fitz and Simmons. The ship worked in so many ways. And that's what I think is just so awesome. Ford is coming back, and along with Carrie Fisher are coming back in Star Wars The Force Awakens in an older role, and they seem to see what's gonna happen. Maybe they have a son, maybe Kylo, Ren, and Stimpy are Halo is there. Quite interesting, the kind of topics everyone saw their time. But in the Span universe, they had a son and daughter. The son went to the dark side, and daughter was trained by Boba Fett. Another thing I really liked about Harrison Ford's performance is, if you don't know what Harrison Ford is, Indiana Jones. And Indiana Jones did not need a fourth. Star Wars, I'm glad he's coming back for Star Wars concerning he deserves to come back. Having like an ending tree instead of just killing them off like they did. Instead of just firing surprising. Star Wars The Force Awakens. After. During the 90s, they would definitely gotten you after you play Han Solo. Okay, time to talk about him in Disney Infinity. He is my favorite Star Wars character. If someone has a best Disney Infinity 3.0 character, for fun of playing as him, he's a really good range character. Also do melee stuff, and I love the range characters in this, because you don't see much of it in the game. You get mostly melee characters at best. With all the Jedi, you get mostly melee. With shooters, range characters are a nice break, and he's one of my favorites. For some reason, group, the Rising.
I win a time or two. I hope you've learned your lesson.
I play as Han, 95%. I also play Sabine and Gannon. But yeah, this is my favorite Star Wars character of all time, and I'm great coming back into the new film. Harrison Ford, I love your acting. Such a good job with your role. I'm glad you're coming back. Now, since this is the last
What was that for?
before Force Awakens, I use only time to put on the last Star Wars Force Awakens. Seems only kind now, doesn't it? So kick back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Are you? I'm no one. I was raised to do one thing. I've got nothing to fight for. Nothing will stand in our way. I will finish what you started. There were stories about what happened. It's true. All of it. The dark side. The Jedi. They're real. The Force. It's calling to you. Just let it in.
Well, that was an interesting trailer. I buy my ticket, so joke's on you. So we're gonna head to the Hall of Galactic Heroes, and hope you enjoyed. This is definitely gone in the other stuff, and I'm gonna things I'm most likely happy to see in the Force Awakens on Wednesday. So tomorrow, along with Clone Wars, which will come out Wednesday. Wednesday is kind of a wrap-up day of this whole thing. Wednesday will consist of, so I'm including the 5th bonus room, same day as Han, Clone Wars, because I'll put that on my tablet and I can just watch it while doing my daily job. And then this last bonus, so those ones are really long, so I'm gonna be like all compressed. Like, welcome to my mind palace. Leave me be. Welcome to my mind palace. Let me be. So yeah, I really like Han Solo. He's my favorite Star Wars character. So someone has telling me my top 5 favorite Star Wars characters: Han Solo, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Darth Maul, Darth Vader, and Luke. 5. I'll replace Luke with Kanan because Kanan's more awesome as a character. But Harrison Ford, best Star Wars. Han Solo, best Star Wars character ever. Okay, remember, Han shot first. Smugglers, Scoundrel, and Captain of the Millennium Falcon. Remember, Han shot first. Choo! Han shot first, so yes he did. I'm Han Solo. Pleasure to meet you. These being the snowtroopers on a Hoth, because I thought